I just got my new mic for my violin from Your Heaven Audio, and it's a close-up mic, and I'm going to do the setup and see how long it takes. So I've downloaded the software to my computer, and I'm going to click Get Started. So I choose the violin, which is my system, my instrument, and click Next. Connecting the CloseUp system to the computer. So there's a USB cable that was provided, and so this goes into the back. So that's where my USB hookups are. And then the other end goes into the CloseUp itself, the box. And I had not switched the power switch to USB, so I just did that. And I'm going to click refresh. The lights are on. And now it's connected. So the lights are flashing in the pattern I see. And I'm going to click Next again. So it says to select the mic type, and it says to use automatic unless you're told to do that something differently. So I'm going to create a new custom profile for my violin, and I might load the universal violin profile later. That looks like a good idea. And now it says to connect the mute pedal. So this is normally used as either a mute or a gain booster foot pedal, but in this case when you're setting it up, you use it basically to click next on the computer, because while you're messing around with your instrument, you don't have a hand free to click the next key. So I'm going to do that. So the foot pedal's on the floor. And it says if you see this little footprint shape, that means you can use this to click next. You can use the foot pedal instead. Now it says connect the mic. Okay, so connect the mic to the small end of the extension cable. Here is the extension cable. It's a long cable with two ends. One is a mic connector, and the other is this funky little thing, and it's got two little ribs on one side, and those just go right in. I use the foot pedal to go forward, and it says to practice attaching the mic to the violin. I did try this a couple times first, so I'm not going to do that now. And this is showing you how to attach the mic to your instrument. And so after you've practiced, you take the microphone off your instrument. So now we're going to create a custom profile. And it suggests that you be in a quiet place and think of something that you know well and can play comfortably. In my case, I've found something that uses all four strings of the violin. And during the profiling process, you record it once with the microphone about 18 inches away, and then you record it again with the microphone in the position that it's going to stay in on the violin. So I'm connecting the mic. And here's the other end. And I plugged it in. And now to do the first part of the setup, you set the microphone about 18 inches away from the instrument's bridge. So up above I have set up a mic stand, and I'm just going to wrap the mic cable around the mic stand so that it hangs a little bit. And so I'm just checking the distance from the bridge. If I play about here, it's about 18 inches away. Foot pedal wasn't really working, so I just replugged it in. Okay, so now it says get ready to record the 30 seconds of the piece, and then when I press the foot switch or click next, the computer will wait for me to start playing. Okay, and it says, are you happy? Of course, you can do this over and over until you're happy, but I'm happy. And now I'm going to attach the mic to the instrument. So I'm taking it off the mic stand, unplugging the little piece so that I just have the mic, and put it into the F hole. So you put it in where the diamond shaped pattern is in the F hole, and so it goes in about halfway, and they recommend you just kind of slightly twist it as it goes in, and it goes around the back here, and then this is hard to do with one hand, but I'm going to do my best. This little strap goes through the tail gut. The reason it looks like I've done this before is because I did do this once before a few months ago when I borrowed this mic from a friend, and I liked it so much I decided to get my own. Okay, so that's basically where it's going to live. And you want it to be a little bit snug there, but not too snug. And then you have this hanging out, and I usually will tuck it sort of under the chin rest. So that's done. So I'm going to plug the microphone in, and you can see on the computer that it is getting signal. And so now, click next, get ready to re-record the same piece. So now it's going to make another recording using this sound as the comparison to the way it would sound if it were acoustically placed 18 inches from the instrument. So I can click the foot pedal. So that's done. And now it analyzes the two different pieces of audio. And the idea being that what it hears with the placement that is good for isolation is going to translate into the sound that it hears when the mic is placed acoustically in a good place. So let's play the result. Listen. So it's not going to fix my bad playing, but it does sound good. And And so now I'm going to transfer this to the CloseUp system so that this profile goes into the box. And I'm not going to put it in position 1. I'm going to put it in position 2. Now at this point I can set up a custom EQ, but I don't really know how to do that yet, so I'll figure out how to do that later. And I guess I can set up how to use the foot switch, but I'll figure out that later as well. So here we go. And it gives me the option of saving the audio recordings, and I think the reason that you do this is in case you have a problem. You can send them to the engineer who they have on staff who can try to help you figure out what went wrong. So I'm going to do that. Saving to the computer. I guess that I'm done and I can do other things, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to quit. So good luck setting up your own CloseUp system. It wasn't really as hard as I thought it might be.